Karloim La, Alhainao Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wa Malaki, Bashim, Harawat, Kakodash, Barakathum, the water Bible, Bawa, Kwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily, and to the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine and say Shalom. Today we're going to get into a video where Donald Trump talking crazy. These people are stupid. This man talking about invading Greenland. Now, we mentioned this last week, but I decided to go ahead and grab a clip and do a full video on it. Not only is he talking about invading Greenland and taking their shit, but he's talking about invading Panama, Mexico, and now he done started some shit with Canada. My thing is this: a lot of people had high hopes of Trump stopping World War III, but like we said months ago, he is not going to stop World War III. If anything, he's going to speed it up. Why? Because everything this man does is going to go unchecked. Everything this man says is going to go unchecked. Plus, he sold out. Yes, Trump is for sale. He has sold out to all the billionaires. They basically bought a seat in his cabinet. So what do you think these billionaires gonna do? You think they're gonna look out for the average everyday working man, or they gonna fuck over y'all like they've been doing? America is done. Let's go ahead and grab the video. Wait. Let's get this one first. The book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14. The second war is past, and behold, the third war coming quickly. It's coming. He gonna speed it up. Let's go ahead and grab the video. The name of this video is U.S. Ally Strikes Back with its military to Trump threats. See, these people are always threatening people. They think just because you threaten somebody, you get your way. No, that don't work. These countries tired of Esau. And now they showing that they're tired of Esau. Let's grab this real quick.
For all of the MAGAs out there who said Donald Trump's going to stop a future World War III, well, guess what? Now our allies are beefing up their military defense against us, against the United States of America. That's right. Within hours after Donald Trump threatening to conquer Greenland, which is a territory part of the Kingdom of Denmark, which is a member of NATO, Denmark beefed up the military defenses within Greenland to levels never before to protect against an invasion by the United States of America. Now, you also need to understand the historical experience of Denmark, which was invaded in 1940 by Hitler. When Hitler took a Sharpie, put it over the Jutlands in Denmark, and just declared it a part of Germany, and then pushed troops in there, Denmark joined NATO at the end of the 1940s in direct response to that. An incredible, powerful resistance movement in the 1940s developed in Denmark to push back against fascism. That's why they joined NATO. So when Donald Trump does this, countries like Denmark and others who have historical traumas of authoritarians like Hitler using Sharpies and first starting off by mocking the idea of territorial expansion, but then it becomes a real idea. They're not playing around. And Trump is playing with fire right now that we, the people, don't support. Maybe his MAGA base is out there, like this End Wokeness account and other stupid accounts on Twitter that post things like this. We have 2 years left to bring this map to life in time for our 250th birthday, showing America conquering Mexico and Canada and also Greenland or
See, you saw it? Let's go back to the map. What did it say? They went from pretending Trump was anti-war to make imperialism great again in record time. See, they really think they could just go in people's land and just take their shit. I got a couple scriptures. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. And we're going to read down to verse 9. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Check this out, verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as deaf, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. That's what these idiots trying to do. They're trying to take it all. Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? That's what they're trying to do. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Thick clay is debt. Now, it's a rumor saying that the United States is what, 34 plus trillion dollars in debt. They lowballing it. The more accurate number is it's over 200 trillion in debt, but these people want to try to give you a credit score. Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be booties unto them? Yeah, booties is like it's the spoils of war. Like two armies, they go to war. The winning army, they get whatever they want. They get the land, they get the resources, they get anything they want. They get the money, the gold, all of it. Verse 9. Oh, Salaki, let's go to verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations. Spoil mean to rob. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city and all that dwell therein. Verse 9. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness in his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. And we can go down to verse 12 too. Woe to him that builds the town with blood and establishes a city by iniquity. Now, we go back up to, where is it? Yeah, woe to him that coveteth an evil with an evil covetousness. Covetous, that means basically you want something not because you need it, because you don't want somebody else to have it, which equates to greed as well. But in Esau's case, greed is an understatement. Now, let's go back to the video.
Mexico and Canada and also Greenland, or Marjorie Taylor Greene making posts as well that Greenland and Panama and Canada belong to the United States of America. They don't. This isn't funny. This isn't trolly. And by the way, you want to see what CNN's been posting about this as well? The CNN headline is he's teasing. Trump is teasing U.S. expansion into.
No, he's not. Because one thing we didn't figured out about this devil, if he talking about you, he thinking about you. And if he thinking about you, it's a matter of time before he come with some bullshit to fuck with you. That's Esau's history. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it in the book of Sirach. Yeah, if he talking about you, he thinking about you, he plotting on you. It's in the book of Ecclesiastes. Here you go. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 4. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. Verse 5. This why it says, never trust thine enemy in the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Verse 5. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. Just take. And these proud ass Edomites in power in the United States, their attitude is basically, how dare you not take our shit? These are froward people. Froward means difficult to get along with. That's why all the other nations are withdrawing from the United States and Israel. Verse 6. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? Yeah, he gonna try to bribe you first. That's Esau right there. He gonna come with the carrot before he come with the stick. The carrot is he gonna try to bribe you. The stick is military force. Let's keep going.
To Panama and Greenland and Canada. Oh, he's just teasing it. Really?
They was not playing.
He's teasing it? Or how about this? The president-elect has suggested a territorial extension into Panama, Greenland, and Canada. If he's serious, it would rival the Louisiana Purchase. Okay, if he's serious, then he's going to have a very big problem when NATO starts going to war against itself and the United States, what, we're going to become allied with Russia? Or we're going to become allied with North Korea? We, the people, are not going to stand for that. What the hell kind of headline is that by CNN? You are what, just Russian TV at this point? You're state-run TV for Donald.
But see, this is the thing. See, how you gonna take on these other lands when the United States is a shithole country, literally? See, Esau greedy as hell. And common sense does not live in the White House at all.
Trump. So here's the article so you can see for yourself what's going on. Denmark, again, because Greenland is a territory within the Kingdom of Denmark. Denmark boosts Greenland defense after Trump repeats desire for U.S. control. The Danish.
Yeah, they getting their military ready because they know, just like I told y'all, if they talking about you, they thinking about you. And if they thinking about you, it's just a matter of time before they come with some bullshit. This is the United States history. This is the history of Esau. Esau knows Esau. Those people over there in Greenland, they are Edomites too. They know their own people. They know that's why they're getting their military ready for the United States. And Greenland is an ally. And we told y'all from the beginning that this World War III is going to be the United States and Israel against everybody else. Because just like they doing now, they're going to drive everybody away. And ain't nobody going to want to deal with them. Because these people are insane.
Government has announced a huge boost in defense spending for Greenland hours after U.S. President-elect Donald Trump repeated his desire to purchase the Arctic territory. Danish Defense Minister Troels Lund Poulsen said the package was a double-digit billion amount in kroner, or at least $1.5 billion. He described the timing of the announcement as the, quote, irony of fate. On Monday, Trump said ownership and control of the huge island was an absolute necessity for the United States. Greenland, an autonomous Danish territory, is home to a large U.S. space facility and is strategically important for the U.S., lying on its shortest route to Europe. It has major mineral reserves. Paulson said the package would allow for the purchase of 2 new inspection ships, 2 new long-range drones, and 2 extra dog sled teams. It would also include funding for increased staffing at Arctic Command in the capital Nuuk and an upgrade for one of Greenland's 3 main civilian airports to handle F-35 supersonic fighter aircraft. Great work, Donald Trump. Now our allies are putting F-35 fighter jets to protect against the United States of America. Quote, we have not invested enough in the Arctic for many years. Now we are planning a stronger presence. The defense minister did not give an exact figure for the package, but Danish media estimated it would be around 12 to 15 billion krone. The announcement came a day after Trump said on his social media platform, for purposes of national security and freedom throughout the world.
You heard that? For purposes of national security and freedom throughout the world. See these liars and these hypocrites, first of all, national security, stop it, okay? You don't give a damn about national security because the border has been open for over 4 years. So that's lie number one. Lie number two, freedom throughout the world. They always promise freedom, but yet they do the opposite. They invade and oppress. The United States of America feels that the ownership and control of Greenland is an absolute necessity. See, they're just gonna go take their shit. Now, what if those people over there in Greenland said that about the United States? For example, the government of Greenland feels that the ownership and control of the United States is an absolute necessity. Man, these Edomites over here lose their mind. But see, the United States expects Greenland to take their shit. Let me get a script. Esau ain't never he has never learned you cannot take people's shit. Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 24. We can start at verse 2, verse 1. Why, seeing times that are not hidden from the Almighty, do they that know him not see his days? Verse 2. Some remove the landmarks, they violently take away flocks and feed thereof. Yeah, they move landmarks. They just take people land like it's cool. People insane, man. Let me get one more, try to find it. Proverbs chapter 22. We start at verse 27. If thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thy tree? That's Esau. He'll do it anyway just to be low down. Verse 28. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. Told you Esau does everything that the Bible says not to do. Meaning he is against the Bible, meaning he's against the Israelites, meaning he's against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
World, the United States of America feels that ownership and control of Greenland is absolute necessity. No one feels that way other than Trump and his MAGA base that want to conquer Mexico and conquer Canada and conquer Greenland, while also saying Trump's going to stop World War III. Trump's going to stop the future World War III that doesn't exist right now. What are you talking about? With these tactics right here,
it exists. It just ain't gone full blown yet. It's here.
Conquering nations. But he added that Greenland should continue to be open for cooperation and trade. Greenland's Prime Minister, Mutagid, responded to Trump's comments saying, "We are not for sale," but he added that Greenlanders should continue to be open for cooperation and trade, especially with neighbors. Analysts say that the plan has been under discussion for a long time and should not be seen as a direct response to Trump's comment. Sure. Until now, Denmark has been very slow to expand its military capacity in Greenland, they say, but if the country is not able to protect waters around the territory against encroachments by China and Russia, then U.S. demands for greater control are likely to grow. Army Major Steen Jard of the Danish Defense Academy suggests it may have been Trump's intention to pressure Denmark into such a move. It may have been all along to beef up our military. Why do people read into this like, oh, this was all part of some three-dimensional test? The guy's he's crap posting on social media. It goes on to say Trump's original suggestion in 2019 that the U.S. acquire Greenland, which is the world's largest island, led to a similarly sharp rebuke from leaders there.
See? They talking about he teasing. How he teasing? He been talking about this since 2019. He dead ass.
At that time, the Danish Prime Minister, Mette Frederiksen, described the idea as absurd, leading Trump to cancel a state trip to the country. He's not the first U.S. president to suggest buying Greenland. The idea was first mooted during the 1860s under the presidency of Andrew Johnson, by the way, who Donald Trump claims to admire and look up to. Let me go through this for you, though, now, if I can, for a second, because I think that this is important, that you understand just the history right here of the involvement of Denmark in World War II and what happened. So here's a pretty good description right here. It's the occupation of Denmark was initially not an important objective of the German government. The decision to occupy its small northern neighbor was taken to facilitate a planned invasion of the strategically more important Norway, and as a precaution against expected Allied response, German military planners believed that a base in the northern part of the Jutland, specifically the airfield Aalborg, would be essential to operations in Norway, and they began planning the occupation of parts of Denmark, not the whole thing. But however, as of late February 1940, no firm decision to occupy Denmark had been made. But the issue was settled when Adolf Hitler basically did the 1940s equivalent of a social media post. He took a Sharpie, he crossed out the words Die Nordspitz Jutlands, the northern tip of Jutland, and replaced it with Da, German abbreviation for Denmark. Just crossed it out, circled it, and then that's what happened. And then
See, Hitler just gonna circle what he want on the map and then just go take it. Now, a little tidbit, very I doubt if a lot of people know this, but Hitler was actually a small hat. So yeah, the HOLO cost, that was staged as well, just to try to fit these small hats into fulfilling prophecy. But see, the real HOLO cost was the transatlantic slave trade. Yeah, Hitler was a small hat, and that shit was fixed. It was staged to fit them in the prophecy that they don't fit.
and then the media ran with it. Now, there was a powerful resistance movement that developed in Denmark to push back against the invasion, and then ultimately Denmark said, "Look, we got to be a part of a part of NATO, and we've been great allies with Denmark." Great people, a lot of Midas Mighty out in Denmark, and so we're sorry that we have this sicko, madman, psycho in charge right now who's doing this crap.
See, we told y'all Trump was going to speed it up because he destroys everything he touches. And every time he gets behind a podium, he causes division amongst the people. So how y'all think y'all going to have peace in the United States when every time this man open his mouth, he dividing this, he putting this group against this group? And he keep up shit like a little schoolgirl because he can't stay off of Twitter. Then they banned him from Twitter the first time because he was talking too goddamn much. Yes. And the same thing's going to happen again. His mouth, his ego, and his pride going to get this country destroyed. Thus saith the Bible.
Tens of millions of Americans don't support this. 70 million Americans plus don't support this other crap. If you watch Fox, though, right now, they look like Russia television. They have the leader of the Republican Party, the RNC. He goes on and he's like, I think that this is a good idea. Here, play this clip.
I'm sure we're about to get to the bottom of that. Why is he interested in Greenland?
Well, I think from a national security perspective, as he said, certainly a place that is very rich in minerals and, is geopolitically important for him. And it's a conversation that we want to have with Denmark about.
One thing about that, though, people already live there. So what you going to do with the people that already live there? You going to genocide them too, Esau? Just to get what you want? See, just like how they discovered America when the tribe of Gad was already living here. Yeah, these fuckers going into captivity.
Being able to use the resources up there.
Yeah, it's going to cost about 1.5 trillion, but it probably will pay off. Next.
I mean, by the way, that's literally what RT looks like. Like if you watch not even RT. If you watch Russian state TV within Russia, it looks like this. And this is another segment on Fox saying, sometimes things aren't for sale until they are for sale. Here, play this clip.
They say Greenland's not for sale, but sometimes things aren't for sale until they are for sale.
See? Esau just won't take no for an answer. If he can't buy it, he's just gonna take it. Now, what did the official leader of Greenland say? He said, basically to the point, Greenland is not for sale. That's when Esau gonna come with them guns. So they right to get their military ready because the United States always come with that bullshit.
And when you look at Trump, I mean, this is a guy who bought Mar-a-Lago for $7 million. He knows how to cut a deal.
That's the same man that had over between 20 and 30 failed businesses too. Who has already sold this country out to billionaires. So no, Edom, you average everyday working Edomites, it's over for y'all. Trump is finna basically put the nail in the coffin for y'all. And y'all gonna let him.
I mean, it's utterly pathetic, just pathetic stuff right there. But I want to report what's going on, that now American allies are building military defense against America before day one. I'm Ben Mycelis. It's the Midas Touch Network. Thanks for watching.
Of this.
See? Allies turning against the United States because they won't stop the bullshit. And that they're gonna keep this bullshit up to the point that even the allies gonna say, you know what, fuck it, just nuke them because they won't stop. That's the only way to make them stop. You got to put this man down. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8. All of these are the beginning of sorrows. Now let's go to Proverbs. Chapter 6. And this is a description, basically, of Donald Trump himself. Verse 12. A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth. What does froward mean? Difficult to get along with. Verse 13. He winketh with his eyes, and speak with his feet, and teaches with his fingers. All this. That's all he do when he talking. Verse 14, frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. There it is. What is discord? Let's see what it means. Let's see what it is. Discord. Strife, conflict, friction, hostility, disagreement. See? He divides people naturally. He has his spirit. It naturally does this. That's why a lot of people don't like him. Let's go back to the scripts. Yeah, let's go back to 14. Frowardness is in his heart. That means he purposely makes himself not easy to get along with because he wants his way. It's either my way or no way. That's these proud Edomites. So they're going to make it difficult to come to an agreement because they want it all. That's why the other nations are backing away, because these people cannot, they cannot be dealt with. I mean, it irks people's soul to deal with these people because they be difficult on purpose just because they can't have their way. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually, and soweth discord. Verse 15, therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. Verse 16, these 6 things doth the Lord hate, yes, 7 are an abomination unto him. Verse 17, a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Trump is guilty of all 3. Very proud, one of the biggest liars I've ever seen. And his hands have shed innocent blood because during his first term, he bombed Syria 3 times. And that Iranian general, General Soleimani, he was murdered by the Trump administration. So yeah. And they got murder warrants in Iran out for Trump. Mike Pence, his vice president at the time, and 30 of his cabinet members that served during that administration. So she's not innocent. Verse 18, a heart that this is a continual list of the things that the Lord hates. A heart that divides of wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief. Verse 19, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. So how you think a man who has a natural gift for sowing discord gonna bring everybody together? See, that's that delusion kicking in, Edomites, Americans. Y'all expecting valedictorian performance from a short bus student. It don't work like that. So you need to come about your delusion and live in reality for once, because your kingdom is about to be destroyed. Go to the book of Jeremiah. This is chapter 50. We can start at verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Those arrows are those nukes. Verse 15. Shout against her round about, she hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her as she have done, do unto her. Verse 16, cut off the sour from Babylon, and him that handled the sickle in the time of harvest, for fear of the oppressing sword. They shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone into his own land. That's why everybody dipping out of the United States, because the American dream is basically turned into American nightmare. Now let's go to verse 18. This is for all the elites out there who think they just gonna run to the bunkers and escape the Lord's judgment. No, y'all gonna be the first fruits of slavery. It says it here in Jeremiah 15, and it says it again in Isaiah chapter 24. But let's get it here first. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 18. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land, as I have punished the king of Assyria. Now let's go to Isaiah chapter 24. And it's around we start at verse 20. The earth, this talking about when the nukes hit this planet. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. This is the end of the United States. Verse 21. Listen to this. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. Y'all can be the first fruits of slavery, baby. Verse 22, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison. After many days shall they be visited. Yep. So Trump, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Zuckerberg, all these elites, the richest people on the planet are going to be the first slaves. See how this book got a beautiful ending? Mm-hmm. Let's keep going. Let's go back to the book of Jeremiah. Chapter 50. We start at verse 23. How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? This is a future prophecy, and it's very close. Verse 24, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, as thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Told you, everything this Bible says not to do, this man does purposely. Verse 25, the Lord hath opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation, those nukes. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts in the land of the Chaldees. Verse 26, come against her from the uttermost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Verse 29. Wait, let's go. 27. Slay all her bullocks. Let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. Verse 28. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our power, the vengeance of his temple. Who's the Lord's temple? His people. He gonna destroy this bitch because of all the shit y'all did to us. Now let's see y'all be proud. He finna destroy the thing y'all most proud of, this country y'all stole. Verse 29, called together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she has done, do unto her. For she have been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. This it, baby. This is the last quarter for the United States. And it's about time because the whole world tired of United States bullshit. It can't come fast enough for us. Verse 30. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war be cut off in that day, saith the Lord. Ain't no more militaries. But they going over to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and they gonna be judged over there. So if you go into World War III, you in this military, you ain't coming back. Verse 31, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. Verse 32, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all about him. Verse 33, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go. And we still in their hands to this day. Verse 34, their Redeemer is strong, the Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead with their cause. He ain't begging. That's just how it's worded. That he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Verse 35, a sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. Politicians, yeah, all these politicians, they gonna get the smoke too. Verse 36, a sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. Your military, they're gonna be scared as hell. Yeah, this is the last hurrah for America. Let me see what else I got for y'all. See, First Timothy do. This is the book of First Timothy, chapter 6, verse 4. He is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting about questions of strife of words, wherefore cometh envy, strife, railings, evil surmisings. This is all the things that Trump is about when he get behind that podium. Verse 5, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. That's why they want all these other territories to annex into the United States. They think gain is godliness. And Greenland is taking this advice. From such withdraw thyself. Get away from them. It's like Trump sold out. Yeah, he trying to fill his cabinet with billionaires that don't know shit about running a country. So what do you think's gonna? What do you expect? What do you actually think is gonna happen to this country? It's not gonna prosper. They're gonna run it into the ground because of greed. Check this out. First Timothy chapter 6, verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. That's what's about to happen to this country, because you got rich men running it who don't give a fuck about y'all. But somehow, for some reason, the MAGAs, y'all just like Christians. Y'all believe in delusion. Just like the Christians. God loves everybody. We have yet to see that in this book. And the MAGA's doing the same thing. Oh, Trump cares about us, when he's showing you every day that he does not. So I suggest to you delusional people, hold on to your delusions for dear life, because even not those are going to save you. Check this out, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. So yeah, you people are delusional. It's Donald Trump. If y'all think he gonna make America great again. If great means destroyed, yeah, he gonna make it great. And we told y'all, Trump has all the qualifications to destroy this country. And that's exactly what he's going to do, because everything he does and everything he says is going to go unchecked. Call law imlala high now Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach Wamalaki by Shem Harawat Kakwadash Baraka Thumb the water Baba Bawa Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.